Greetings, 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 good people. It's Friday. What the Friday? Hey, what the Friday? It's Friday. 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 Okay, happy Friday, everybody. It's October 17th. The year is 2025. And this week has been full of nothing but shenanigans. Okay. So every Friday, if you're new here, every Friday, I try to go live and provide you with some comedic commentary about all of the pop culture and other foolishness that transpired for the week. Okay, so as you are coming in, please pay your admission fee by hitting the like video. Make sure you are sharing your comments throughout the video. If you're watching the replay, the same rules apply. Okay, and if you're new here, welcome. All right, and if you want to basically join the conversation on all things pop culture, reality TV, and everything in between, you can start today by hitting the subscribe button and making sure you are turning on your notifications so that you don't miss out on any of the videos. Okay. All right. Next announcement, ladies and gentlemen, channel membership is active on the channel. Okay. So there was previously one tier. I made some adjustments and now there are two tiers for channel memberships. And also, my Patreon is also live and in living color and in charge. So if you want some, I don't want to say raw commentary, but a lot less polished than on here on YouTube. Interesting topics, and you want to join the community over on Patreon, feel free to do so. The channel name is, or the name for Patreon, excuse me, is rolling across the bottom. Patreon.com/SheRoyalB. And the channel membership, all you have to do is go to the homepage of YouTube and hit join, select the tier that is best for you, and sit back as I build the membership perks and sit back and relax as I build the Patreon perks. Okay. All right. I don't think I have any more announcements. Welcome, everybody. I'm happy to be here. Hope you are too. I want to say welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Greetings, everyone. So today, let me see. We got Tyla is on the lineup. Child, Tyla, the foundational Black American is going to tear you to shreds. So Young Miami is accusing Tyla of stealing her song. So we're going to get into that. Our good niece, Angel Reese. Okay. So she made her debut as a Victoria's Secret angel, and she did a phenomenal job at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. All right. She slayed. Eddie Winslow, child. Eddie Winslow done got arrested at the Mexican border and he was denied bail. We're going to get into that, why he was arrested, and the most recent update. Who else we got on the lineup? Saweetie. Saweetie has been trending since like last week. A former friend of hers is claiming that Sweetie is basically a horror, okay? Saying that she dibble and dabble in witchcraft. She sleep with people's husbands. All these wild allegations. Finally, Sweetie has responded, okay? We got some other topics sprinkled in between. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. All right. So now that introduction is done, we're about 4 minutes in. Everybody should be getting their notifications and starting to roll in. Without further ado, let's get into this first story. All right. So Tyla. Woo, she's amassed a lot of success. Let me say that. Okay. Very popular. People say they liken her to like a Rihanna, a mix of Aaliyah. This is what they said. Okay. She's South African, right? South African artist who doesn't identify as Black, and that set Black American people on fire. They wasn't feeling it. Her album sales did terrible and people stopped streaming her music, I guess. So they say. Well, anyway, she's coming out with a new song, Chanel. Okay. And it's scheduled to debut October 24th. But the problem with this is Young Miami is claiming that this is her song. Young Miami is saying that she played the song for Tyla, played a preview for her, and the girl pretty much ran off with the song. So some of these comments read, I love me some Carisha, but let's be real. Tyla is a Grammy Award winner, and the City Girls' last album only sold 3,200 units total. Carisha's last and only solo single barely saw the light of day. Anyway, so honestly, I don't even know if the producer was wrong for making that call. I wouldn't give a darn if Tyla has 62 Grammys. I wouldn't care if she has more Grammys than Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones, Beyonce, and Jay-Z put together. Taking someone else's intellectual property or taking someone else's property, period, and dubbing it as your own and not giving the person who you stole it from credit is a big no. If you were going to a college or university and you plagiarized your paper, you would be kicked out of that college and or university, would you not? And I know this is the music game. It's different. I get all of that, but I'm just not feeling it. Okay. So let me stop sharing this and let's pull up, ladies and gentlemen, what it is that Carisha had to say regarding this. Okay. So here we are. So Young Miami, she accuses Tyla of stealing her song, Take Me to Chanel. B, I'm confused. So these are some of the posts that Young Miami posted to Twitter. She said, this girl really ran off with my song and I don't know how to feel about it. Mind you, I played this song for the girl. Like B, I'm confused. Take Me to Chanel is better than, greater than, put me in Chanel. Don't matter. It's my mother effing song. Okay. Let's see if we can get away with playing a snippet of this. All right, that's Young Miami's version. And let's see Tyla's. Okay. See, here's the thing. Okay, she goes on to say, let's talk about it. PSA, is it Tyla? She has a new song called Chanel. The chorus is put me in Chanel, put me in Chanel. Young Miami responded, I played her the song. Okay. So today, I think it is today, is Young Miami's daughter, her birthday. She was on social media and people were basically asking her, spill the tea. She said she'll be back, with the tea tomorrow. Today's her daughter's birthday. So it's all about her daughter. So I'm pretty sure this is going to get interesting. If Tyla was smart, she would put Young Miami in the song. Or what if Young Miami is in the song and we don't know? This is good promotion. Listen, a lot of artists have been accused of stealing songs. Tyla won't be the first and she won't be the last, but I do think she should definitely be held accountable. Like, why the heck not? And also, Take Me to Chanel is so on brand for Young Miami. That's not really Tyla's brand, although we haven't heard the song in its entirety. It didn't debut yet. But Tyla, girl, the FBA, they're going to be on your... You stole from the hood princess, Young Miami. The people ain't having it. So let me see. Somebody said, God forbid, she also wants some Chanel. I like the ghetto one better. I keep telling y'all, I don't like that water girl. I'm telling y'all, they ain't feeling Tyla. I miss when the City Girls was homegirls because JT would have been on Tyla's ASS. We like Tyla's version because we know who Miami rapping to. I can't. What y'all trying to say, that she's rapping to Diddy to take her to Chanel? Or, well, they were photographed and filmed in the Chanel store. So Tyla's song is better. Y'all love mediocrity. Mediocrity, excuse me. That's what happens when you show your ideas and not execute it immediately. Yeah, why would you, right? Why would you show her the song unless you wanted her on it? Like, why would you share that with her? How did y'all even cross paths? That seems like an unlikely duo, right? You never know. To be fair, both songs are ASS. I am so done. The internet plays no game. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Tyla should be held accountable for stealing Young Miami's song? I mean, Young Miami has proof that she had the song first. So, I mean, listen, I think this can be made right if both ladies appear on the song, but something tells me that Tyla is not interested and she's just gonna take the song and keep it moving. And Tyla, it's just gonna leave a bad taste in people's mouth regarding you, because people are already not feeling you anyway. All right, enough of that. All right, you guys. So Angel Reese made her catwalk debut at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Okay, our good niece Angel Reese got her angel wings and she did a phenomenal job. Okay, this fashion show was cute. Missy Elliott did perform. The energy was high. All the angels looked great. And our niece did her thing. Now I can't play the audio, but we will play the visuals. Okay, got a mean stank walk. Okay, so good for her. So it's on site is saying that Angel Reese continues to prove there's no lane that she can't dominate. The LSU star became the first athlete to ever walk in the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and she shut it down phenomenally with confidence and class. Okay, let me tell you what was disappointing, but to be expected. I went to the Victoria's Secret page on Instagram looking to find a video of them highlighting Angel Reese. There was none. And I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure the blogs are definitely going to pick this up. And here we are. Shout out to It's On Site and the many other blogs that showcased Angel Reese. This was her first walk. Her second walk was, her outfit was so stinking cute. So she did a good job. She did a phenomenal job. And it's interesting because I said to myself, I remember when Victoria's Secret the fashion show used to come on every year on CBS, and then it went away. And then I think Rihanna revived it somehow. I don't recall. And then it went to Prime Video. And some people are saying that, Victoria's Secret, they are using black athletes, black women, pretty much, black popular women in pop culture to revive their brand. I was a little disappointed, but like I said, I wasn't surprised that they didn't showcase her being the first athlete, the first athlete to ever walk the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Why wouldn't they have like a whole video highlighting both of her looks? There was a video on their page of her behind the scenes of sorts. And I was just like, oh, well, that's stank. That's gross. I don't know. Maybe I overlooked it. I don't know. Maybe they took it down and they were editing it. I haven't been back on their page, their Instagram page since, but I thought that was a little bit, wasn't really feeling that. So shout out to you, Angel Reese. Congratulations. Good luck. And I hope that many more opportunities outside of the WNBA continue to open up for you. She did a good job. Look at Niece pushing through. Come on, Cakes. Push through, Niece. Good for her. Good for her. She looked amazing. Her mom was so proud and her mom was so excited. She was filming and taking pictures. A beautiful sight to see. All right, you guys, if I'm pausing in between, I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret since we live and y'all get in the I guess the behind the scenes. I'm gonna cut these segments up and repurpose them. So when I'm pausing and I'm, it's basically for editing purposes. Okay. Shout out to y'all. All right, moving along. Someone who's not so angelic. Let me tell you something. Kim Zolciak, formerly Biermann, is no stranger to controversy. Okay. Wig is up to her antics yet again. So she has been subpoenaed in a $100 million divorce case after allegedly messing with the married millionaire. This wife is not playing, and I'm not talking about Kim. She still ain't learned to leave people's husbands alone, allegedly. Okay. So let's get into this little snippet. Kim Zolciak, she just can't stay out of drama. The former RHOA star has been subpoenaed in a $100 million divorce battle between businessman Kyle and his estranged wife, Jillian. So court documents claim that Jillian wants Kim to turn over receipts for lavish gifts, trips, and money that she allegedly received from Kyle, all while he was still legally married. So Kim is fighting back, saying that the subpoena is unreasonable and meant to embarrass her. Girl, close your legs to married men. And okay, I'm knocking over the mic. Forgive me, folks. She is still going through a divorce with Croy Biermann. They're not officially divorced yet. Let me tell you something. Kim, she will chase a millionaire, billionaire. She will chase a bag straight to hell. I'm telling you, this woman is so money hungry. And anywhere where the ballers are at, Wig is sure to be. Okay. She was loud with Big Papa, someone wrote too. Whoever he was, we never got to see him. He did good. Then dragged Croy to poor. His family told him. Yeah, his family, they didn't want him to marry Kim Zolciak. Kim's downfall has to be studied. She was good with the ladies when she was a side piece. The minute she met Croy, she thought she was better than them and distanced herself from Nene. Now she needs to show again. Listen, excuse me. I mean, you think Andy will let her on the show? He probably will. Girl, what you leave these married men alone. What is wrong with you? And why do people glorify that? Like, I remember when the show came out and, everything was about Big Papa, Big Papa. She was single then. And everyone thought that, yeah, Kim is living the lavish lifestyle, Big Papa taking care of her. Whole time he a married man. What are we doing here? This is why Nene told her, close your legs to married men. Okay? Close your legs to married men. Look at Wig. And she's sitting there looking confused. Here we go. This is the comment I was looking for. Now, Wig, why would you sleep with your good friend and realtor's soon-to-be ex-husband? Ooh. Didn't you learn from your Lee situation? And then people are putting eye emojis. People said, wait a minute. And the person said that they found out from whoever this is. So the man that she's allegedly sleeping with, the wife who subpoenaed Wig, is Kim's alleged friend and realtor. Kim don't know nothing named shame. You hear me? She don't care. She don't care. And like I said, she will chase a bag to hell. And I know she's going through financial issues because of her divorce from Corey. But girl, have some class. Okay. Now, speaking of whores, now I'm not saying that Saweetie is a whore. Okay. But her friend is. Her so-called friend has been accusing her of being a mistress, sleeping with people's husband, dibbling, dabbling in that booger sugar, also dibbling and dabbling in the witchcraft. Strong allegations. Well, Saweetie is clapping back, okay? So Saweetie, she responds after ex-associate accuses her of owing money and suggesting that she was an escort. So Saweetie is getting the record straight after her alleged former associate, Maybach May, made explosive claims about the rapper's finances and relationships. Now, I talked about this last week in one of them, or this week, was it? Last week? Whatever, in one of these Hot Topic videos. And I said, this Maybach May person claims that she was Saweetie's road manager and set her up with some soccer player overseas. And Maybach May says that she was supposed to get some money for arranging a date or arranging a meeting or event, as she called it. And Saweetie hasn't paid her money. Now, I said this lady sound like a pimp. Okay. And then after a while, I saw people commenting on this issue on social media who share the same sentiment as me. What road manager? And why would Saweetie need to be like an arrangement be set up with Saweetie and a man who's a famous soccer player? That sounds like some pimping to me. Okay. So take it to Instagram. Saweetie posted a message addressing the controversy. And it reads, the recent accusations made about me are false, defamatory, and deeply disturbing. These claims misrepresent the facts and are solely aimed to damage my reputation. This person never managed me. She was simply introduced to me by family. Her motives are now obvious. I'll let the lawyers take it from here. Okay, the Icy Queen has spoken. Now, the drama pretty much unfolded earlier this week when Maybach May accused the Icy Girl artist of owing her money and allegedly using soccer player Jadon Sancho for financial gain. The former associate also shared private messages and appeared to involve the athlete and hinted at Saweetie possibly being an escort. This was nasty work. While Saweetie hasn't commented beyond her Instagram post, her statement suggests that she's ready to handle things through legal channels instead of online arguments. That's right. Now that's how you do it. As of now, neither Jadon Sancho nor his representatives have publicly addressed the situation. Listen, it's 2025. In this day and age, Maybach May is an idiot. I'm going to tell you why. That's not what I was saying, something that I just thought of something. In 2025, in this day and age, this is how you have to handle idiots like Maybach May. So these are some of the messages. She shared text message communications between Saweetie and herself, this Maybach May person. She's threatening Sancho. Sancho, this is my last time asking about what you owe me. You know what I mean? You have basically given Saweetie and her legal representation enough to go with, okay? people be getting on social media and they get beside themselves thinking that they spilling tea. She also threatened to go to TMZ and give more information, private information to TMZ. Okay, so I do hope that Saweetie and her legal representation gets this lady in order, because this is foul. This is not how you do business. And you consider yourself a road manager. Like I said, you ain't nothing but a pimp, um, a glorified pimp, I guess you could say. And whatever business that you have basically just ruined your own business. So your name is basically going to be burnt in the industry. Maybe not. People probably still will work with you if they can get a big bag, a sizable bag. You know, just like Kim Zolciak, some people will chase a bag to hell. So maybe she ain't too bad off. But your reputation, you ruined your reputation yourself. So I hope everything gets handled behind the scenes, because this is not how you do business, girl. This is not the streets. Okay, this is the industry. And just have some class. Someone said, y'all love her so much out here doing what Diddy was accused of. The irony. Huh. You took too long to answer. We know what it is. She denies this, but not the Offset thing. To be honest with you, I think a lot of people, like Saweetie entertainers, people who are in the public eye, they know that if you say something, people will nitpick that and say, oh, she blinked 3 times within 2 minutes, she guilty, or she innocent because she said something. If you say nothing at all, oh, she guilty because she ain't saying that, she ain't got nothing to say. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. The best way to, sometimes for some people, the best thing to do in certain situations is to not say anything. I'm with that when it comes to certain situations. Look at some of your favorite celebrities, or some of the most famous people. They have had lots of accusations hurled at them, and they say absolutely positively nothing. Because what are you really addressing? Somebody who's just saying some things because they want internet attention? Like, child, that's what you have lawyers on retainer for. Let them handle it. Okay. I know people like to be entertained, and they like this juicy gossip, but even if this stuff was true, you know, you're supposed to be a businesswoman, Maybach May. This proves that you are not a businesswoman. It's weird. I don't know. What y'all want Saweetie to say? Y'all want her to say, no, it doesn't matter. You're not going to believe her. You know, if you like her, you'll believe her. If you don't like her, you won't believe her. All right, let's read a few more comments. Don't lie, you for sale. I can't. I mean, everybody has a price, don't they? Some people, no? I'm just saying. If she is engaging in relations with another adult, consenting adult, that's her business. What do we care? It's Saweetie. Like, she's a rapper. What do we expect from her? She ain't Mother Teresa, and she never claimed to be. Leave that girl alone, child. Someone said, so it's true then. I don't think she lying. I mean, even if she is, so like, yeah, at this point, who cares? Who cares? Child. Saweetie, do what's best for you. Saweetie don't be bothering nobody. She really don't. Anyway. All right, you guys. So Jasmine Brown, Cam Newton's girlfriend, I guess, she is facing scrutiny yet again, because she can be seen in this video driving while Cam Newton is in the passenger seat, and she is breastfeeding. Okay, so just take a look at the clip and then we'll discuss. Like to hear it? Here it go.
Go ahead. Hold out the window. Hold out the window.
Mom duties first. I don't know what's worse.
You ruined the video already.
Me putting my life in jeopardy as you pump.
Oh,
but it's respect though. It's discipline. Not discipline. Let's say discipline. It's priorities. You look stunning though.
Thank you, man.
I see that pen over there in the counter.
I told you it was stabbing me in my brain.
And that's her baby.
Cut it off.
So he's recording, talking about his life possibly being in danger, and he has respect for her, and this is discipline, so on and so forth. The caption, reads, as he's over there recording being passenger princess, Cam Newton shows Jasmine Brown every single day who he is. Okay. So viewers called the clip wild and embarrassing, questioning why Cam was in the passenger seat instead of driving when Jasmine just gave birth. Others accused him of letting her serve while he lived his soft life. Okay. Um, and she captioned the video, Jasmine, mom duties. Okay. And there's a disclaimer. It's on site is given a disclaimer. Do not attempt operating a vehicle while pumping can be dangerous. Always prioritize road safety. Avoid distracted driving or multitasking behind the wheel. Very, very responsible to put this disclaimer, because you do have to tell adults who hold a valid driver's license things like this. And I'm not being sarcastic. It's true. That's why you have the disclaimer. Here's the thing. She could have pulled over. I think at this point, they post things to get a rise out of people, to get attention, to get their name trending. Another thing that I thought about was he could have been drunk because, and she's not drinking, she's pumping, so she's not drinking any alcohol. So she was the designated driver. That's probably the only reason why she attended this function. But then again, he's rich. He could have had a driver, right? Anyway, Cam Newton and I don't remember the lady's name, is going to be, they're going to be hosting a show called 106 in Sports on BET Plus. So this was an event launching the show, or the announcement, or the launch party. That's the word that I'm looking for. So this obviously was after the launch party. I'm pretty sure Cam, because he's the host of the show, so he was like, the main guest, probably had a lot to drink, and Jasmine was the designated driver. But again, this is stupid because all she had to do was pull over. You literally could have pulled over, and then she's looking at him. She's being distracted. There's nothing wrong with her driving if he was not in a position to drive. But this right here it's unnecessary. It could have caused an accident. But then she posted a video of herself laying in bed with her baby boy, kissing him. So they both arrived home safely, right? So that's the first thing that I thought about. So let's take a look at what people social media had to say. Someone wrote, "May this love never, ever find me in any lifetime." Someone else, "Why isn't he driving?" I feel like the first thing someone would say, he was probably drinking. But yeah, that's what I first thought. I said, he sounded like he drunk. Y'all, she likes this. Actually, she loves this. Okay. She's pumping while driving and he's in the passenger seat. She's a Taurus. LOL. If you know, you know. First of all, okay, all Tauruses are not made equal. I'm a Taurus. And me and Jasmine don't have anything in common except for our Caribbean background and that we're funny. Well, she used to be funny, but whatever. Okay, I digress. You know what? She chose this life. Moving on, LOL. At this point, I think he's just trying to see how far he can take it before she breaks. Hold on, he's being a passenger princess while she's pumping and driving. Wow, I'm baffled. But she's foolish. She could, like I said, she could have just pulled over. Toya Turn Up would never. That's one of her characters. Instead of making broken families, he should have just married the man he desired. I can't. Someone else said, I mean, at some point, we are going to have to accept that this is what she wants and accepts for her life, y'all. Like I said, I think that they're doing this to trend. Remember, he has a show, 106 in Sports, coming out. How many of y'all knew that? How many of you guys knew that? Raise your hand if you knew that he has a show coming out with a female co-host called 106 and Sports on BET Plus. Probably not a lot of people, right? So although they had the launch party, this is going to create buzz. This is going to have his name circulating in social media, circulating in the algorithm, and then bam, oh, he got a show coming out. Oh, let me see what it's about. It's all internet games, if you ask me. Just a few more comments I'll read. Let me get into these comments in the actual Instagram. Jasmine's brain is as empty as a bell pepper. I'm happy they have one another. She also probably the sober one. Yeah, see? So she had to drive. Right. That's what I'm thinking. That would be the only acceptable excuse for you driving while pumping. Because again, you could pull over. Or maybe she was going to pull over. We don't know. We don't know, but either way, their name is trending. Their name is circulating all over social media, which is good for his upcoming project. All right. All right. All right, you guys. So Eddie Winslow is disappointing once again. Okay. So if you guys have been living under a rock, Darius McCrary, we affectionately know him, famously know him as Eddie Winslow from the show Family Matters. He was arrested recently. All right. So he was coming back from Mexico, and he was arrested because he had a warrant out for his arrest because he owes $75,000 in child support. So he attempted to represent himself. That didn't go so well. The judge said that he needed legal representation. Okay. So neighbors, get into this. Actor Darius McCrary is in some deep legal trouble. Just last week, he was arrested on the U.S. border in San Diego after there was a warrant for his arrest. Now, after his day in court, he's learning that his $75,000 child support debt has come to collect. Now, according to ABC 10 News, McCrary, widely known for playing Eddie Winslow on Family Matters, appeared in court on Wednesday following his October 5th arrest. There was a warrant out for McCrary in Michigan over his $75,000 child support debt he has yet to pay, which is now substantially more. And this is according to the prosecutors. He was already arrested for the debt back in 2023. Okay, pay attention. But he has still yet to pay it, leading to his recent stay behind bars. So that's why he was denied bail this time around. He knew he had $75,000 plus in back child support. He knew this. Some people are mixed with this situation, and they're like, well, why ain't he locked up? Is him being locked up gonna take care of the child support? When he was arrested, he was traveling back to the States from Tijuana. Prosecutors argued that he was in Mexico looking for real estate in order to flee the country. But his public defender argued that he was there doing community service. Why the hell would you be doing community service in Mexico, of all places, especially in this political climate? What community service would you be doing in Mexico? And you know you got $75,000 plus in back child support, and you probably knew you had a warrant for your arrest. Public defender, you say? Community service. Child, please. You should have been doing some community service and paying your damn child support. Be a service to the damn community. The judge seemingly agreed with the prosecution and denied his bail. Okay, McCrary, he waived his right to waive extradition. So he will be sent to Michigan to learn his fate. To learn his face a judge? I guess they meant to learn his face and fate and face a judge for the child support charge. Somebody said Carl Winslow will be very disappointed in you, Eddie. I'm done. These writers for these blogs, like the Neighborhood Talk, the Shade Room, they be funny as heck. And I appreciate the comic relief. I really do. Yeah, but in all seriousness, keep his behind locked up in jail. See, this is the type of stupid stuff that I can't take. And here's a little bit of tea. It's being alleged, okay, that he paid for sexual reassignment surgery for Sydney Starr. Sydney Starr was the one saying that he did. Now, did he do that? Who knows? But that's probably, if so, that's probably why he couldn't afford to pay his child support, because he chose, his priorities were all messed up. Edward. Remember when Carl would be so annoyed with him? He'd be like, Edward, let me tell you something about Twitter. If you look this story up on Twitter and you look in the comments, you know how they, like on the sitcoms, the 90s sitcoms back in the day, whenever they were getting ready to go to a commercial break because there was a serious situation, that music that they would play, Lord have mercy. When I tell you I was howling yesterday at the comments on Twitter, baby, they were using clips from Family Matters, and the music, I don't even know what to call that music, like that distress, parent concern, disappointment music right before they go to commercial. Oh my gosh, the internet is totally undefeated. Anyway, if y'all want to listen to this, let's listen to this. Like to hear it, here it go.
Attending to his Family Matters. He has 2 daughters and 1 son, and this matters regarding 1 daughter who lives in Michigan. He has previously been ordered to pay child support. As of August 20th of last year, He owed $75,473.26. He owes substantially more at this time. However, Michigan could not give me a figure due to privacy reasons.
The court is in receipt of a signed waiver of extradition to the state of Michigan, signed by the defendant, and the court finds a valid waiver of extradition to the state of Michigan, signs the waiver of extradition. As such, this defendant is remanded to the custody of the sheriff without bail, and the court sets a 30-day date review hearing in this date, and that date is
November 14th, 2025 at 8:30, Department 101.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, keep him in there. You know, him being in jail, no, it will not cause the child support to be paid. But then you know what will happen? You'll have time to sit and think about the fact that this is a serious consequence. So here it is. You owe this much money in child support. So who's picking up the slack for you not paying your child support? I'm pretty sure on the other end of that, there is a woman who has to deal with the fact that you ain't paying your child support. See, I don't know why people ain't figured this out yet. This goes for men and women, because women can be on child support too. You know, it's not widely broadcasted, but it definitely happens, right? When you don't take care of your children emotionally, physically, financially, mentally, spiritually, all the leads, why do y'all be thinking that y'all can get away with stuff? And I'm not just solely talking about the child support. Like, what makes you think that you're going to have peace in your life when you ain't taking care of your kids? You out here making a public fool of yourself. Out here on dating shows, just embarrassing your children because you acting a fool. And imagine your children are going to find out that you allegedly paid for someone's medical services before making sure that they have their needs met. Disgrace. Let's see what the comments are saying. Y'all look. Why is everybody so unserious on the internet? It's sad he skipped his child support, but pay for Sydney's bottom surgery. Like, priorities, sir. Girl. Insurance pays for bottom surgery. Black men hate fatherhood and child support. Sydney said he paid for it, and he also confirmed this, queen. She still has her man part. No insurance. Okay, so now they're just going back and forth and arguing, saying that insurance does or does not pay for a reassignment surgery. Not attending to his family matters would have had me giggle a little in that courtroom. Not attending to his family matters is crazy. Out here playing with Sydney and not your kids is nasty work. See? This the ninja who oh boy, I can't. But pretty much people are clowning you. He couldn't pay his child support, but he paid for a grown man to have a BBL and surgery work. Lord have mercy. Let me tell you something. This is one of my favorite. I've been using this in text conversations. This is one of my favorite gifs of Steve Urkel. Never knew he was from Michigan. I thought he passed away. Lord, take care of your kids. I don't know. I don't understand why men hate child support. I know why. But you know what? That's gonna be a Patreon video. I'm gonna go a little bit further in, because you know, YouTube, it ain't really that safe on these streets. That's gonna be a members only Patreon video for sure, because I definitely have my theories about child support, and I listen to males on TV or on the internet, because I don't associate myself with anyone who doesn't take care of their children, like men, women. No, I don't have them I choose not to have them type of folk around me. And I've been that way since before I myself became a parent. Even in my teens, 17, 18, 19, when, you know, people that I associated with had children young. Yeah, no, if you ain't taking care of your children, oh, no, we can't be friends. We can't be associates. I certainly wouldn't date or lay down with somebody who has children all over the place and don't take care of their kids. No, I'm real big on energy, and I'm real big on paying attention to how people treat certain situations. And you can call me judgmental. I couldn't care. Trust me, I couldn't care less. I do not associate myself with, or none of my friends are people who don't take care of their children. None of them at all. Cause I just don't rock like that. But that's going to be a good topic for Patreon about child support and people's opinions about child support. So be on the lookout for that. I definitely will send a notification or a post. But what do you guys think? What do you think? Think free Eddie Winslow or let him stay in jail a little bit and think about his consequences? You too old for your priorities to be this messed up. And you embarrassing Harriet and Carl. Damn shame. I don't feel sorry for him. All right, who's up next? Still on the topic of jail. Okay, this is very interesting. Okay, this is Luigi Mangione. 27-year-old, right? This is the guy who is accused of taking the United Healthcare CEO up out of here. This man got over $40,000 in commissary funds from supporters. He gets tons of letters. This is crazy. So the Maryland native may want for nothing while he's behind bars, waiting for his trial for, allegedly taking the United Healthcare CEO up out of here. This is what TMZ is reporting. So he's currently sitting on around $40,000 in his prison commissary account, thanks to his supporters who have sent money his way. He's limited to spending $160 per visit to the commissary. What did I say? Commissary before? I don't know these jail terms, so forgive me. So in addition to the funds, Luigi is also reportedly receiving hundreds of letters each day from fans, which sometimes include erotic stories. What? He's currently being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. Isn't this where Diddy was or is still? They ain't signed Diddy yet to a prison, but isn't this where Diddy was being held? So he's basically supposed to have a hearing. There's a list of his what he's being charged with or what have you. A trial date is expected to be set during the next hearing, which is on December 5th. So on December 5th, they'll have a hearing. They'll determine, okay, the trial date is going to be such and such. This comment was interesting. It's going to be impossible to find a jury of his peers to convict him. This case is going to be very interesting. Yep, I agree. Someone said, I thought that they dropped the charges. Someone responded, they dropped like a terrorist charge. And Maryland Medicaid is ending its contract with United Healthcare. Boom. Okay. $40,000 in commissary funds? Dang. You see how some of them people are? They will support their people. And I see people used to do videos talking about how handsome he was and how good looking he was. Girl, if y'all don't cut it out. So we'll see what happens or what will become of this 27 years old. Mercy. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all liking the video. Make sure you guys are hitting the thumbs up button, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. All right, up next. On today's episode of ON News, okay, old ninjas, you have the YNs and these are the ONs. Judge Joe Brown is really out of order. He is an 80-year-old senile man, okay? And now he coming for my unk, and I'm not feeling this, all right? It's getting real messy. So Judge Mathis, he recently clapped back at Judge Joe Brown after Brown disrespected his wife by calling her a hoe during one of his rants. It all started when Judge Joe Brown made some wild comments about former Vice President Kamala Harris, insinuating that she, quote, slept her way up, end quote. Judge Mathis stepped in to defend Harris, saying that he wished Brown would ever call his wife that. But instead of backing down, old senile Brown, he doubled down, suggesting that he didn't know if Mathis' wife was a hoe or not. And if she is, and if she takes money, then maybe she is. Why the heck do people entertain Judge Joe Brown? Well, he be over there on YouTube and he be having thousands and thousands and thousands of views. Maybe people watch because it's like a train wreck. You can't turn your head away from like a car accident, like rubbernecking. And he's just old and senile and crotchety and nasty and rude. And he gets away with it. Probably because he's old. Maybe that's what it is. I think it's because he's an older guy. He gets away with saying these ridiculous things. Let me see. Okay, so Mathis, he didn't take that lightly. In a recent video response, he said, "The man put my wife's name in his mouth in the context of a hoe. Something's wrong. He's near 80, which is about the time dementia sets in. Folks in that age group that talk crazy like that usually have a little Dimitri going on." What? Mathis made it clear that he has no interest in going back and forth saying lions don't fight monkeys, gangsters. Y'all better recognize where he from, Detroit, and he'll let you know. Gangsters don't fight lames. Lord have mercy. Somebody said my money is on Mathis. Me too. Y'all better leave Uncle Greg alone. Leave him alone. The ONs must be on a different prescription because they acting different. Okay, it's not totally funny, but I'm crying at the same time. You got to be from Detroit to know how the Mathis men get busy for real. Relax, Joe. Okay, only Judge Judy can resolve this. Oh my gosh. Somebody said Joe aging like Aldi Produce, ain't he? Judge Mathis pulled the blicky out on some city workers in Judge Joe Brown's hometown. Don't play around, Brown. Listen, at the beginning of his show, of Judge Mathis show, y'all remember he used to do that little intro on his show, where he talked about he was from the rough streets of Detroit and what he came through and all that other stuff. Don't make him come out of retirement. The man just got his wife back. He living his life. You know what I'm saying? Leave him alone. But yeah, I agree. Entertaining somebody like Joe Brown at this stage in his life is pointless. Let him say whatever he want to say. Now, why would two black judges want to beef? Yeah, Joe Brown is disgusting, and he has a lot of supporters, and he has a lot of people that agree with him, which is their choice. Like I said, he's a crotchety, seemingly miserable old man, and it's really unfortunate to see that he's just like an Uncle Ruckus. That's exactly what he gives me. Uncle, you know Uncle Ruckus from Boondocks? Child, y'all better leave Uncle Mathis alone, okay? Leave Uncle Mathis alone, all right? All right, speaking of legalities and things, you guys know that Ray J has been beefing with Kanye West's former in-laws, right? He has made some allegations about them, saying that they can expect they're going to be caught up in he stated that they're going to be caught up in a RICO charge. He also said that their lawyer has reached out to him. What became of that, we don't know. Ray J seemed to have been trying to funnel people over to his Twitch to get views and so on and so forth. Well, he was recently streaming and he is reacting to reportedly getting served by Kanye West's ex-wife and his former mother-in-law. All right. Who knows if this is real at this point, but just take a look and a listen, y'all. Like to hear it, here it go.
Fly. I'm killing all flies with this shit today. Where the DJ are? Dead Fred. They can't hear it. Oh, it's because it's in the back of my neck cross. I'm killing all flies with this contract today. Perfect fly swat. I just want to let y'all know that this is real bad. It's not okay, and to me, it's unfair, and it's not necessary, and it's a lot of different things that go with it. I'm not gonna speak on it because I have to take legal action as well, so I gotta chill. But you guys will be the first to know everything. But this is beyond inhumane, right? This is going into like some I forgot that I'm lying type shit. Like I forgot. Like, honestly, I forgot that everything I am saying about myself is not true. I forgot who I really was. Because I've been lying so long about being good to where you forgot you was bad. And that's scary. I'm not gonna speak on it no longer, but I just been served. Well, I got served once. It was okay, but no, this is bad. And I'm gonna need y'all to have my back through this chat because when we really break it down and we really show the facts, what happens after that is gonna be very important. And that's gonna take digital support, physical support, and moral support. Probably titty support too. Who wrote this for these fucking dumb fucks? I'm sorry for, let me stop saying shit. First off, you ain't even spell a nigga name right, so this shit's void already. Bitch, you don't know my real name? You got me all the way fucked up. You think I'm a slave to your bullshit. You think I'm your nigger, and I'm gonna do anything you say because I'm your slave. Okay.
All right, Ray J. He said they didn't spell his name right. Let's get into these comments. I think they scared of Ray. He may play goofy, but that boy about to play chess. Ray J ain't no dummy. Tell it all, Ray. You know, part of me wants to believe that that's true, but then sometimes Ray J be doing some crazy stuff, and I just don't know. 44-year-old streamer is crazy work. Brandy need to sue her for stealing. Okay. First of all, shout out to whoever this is, because that means you know the history. There is a bunch of thieves. Anyway, tell us about that night at the hotel with Whitney. Then I might believe you. All right. We're going to get up off of here. We're going to get up off of here on that note, y'all. All right. I got 2 more stories and then we are done. Please be sure to like the video. I greatly appreciate it. All right. Now, here's what I don't understand. Why y'all always trying our sister Nancy Pelosi? Okay. So Nancy Pelosi was minding her business, okay, like she usually do. And here comes some makeshift reporter asking her something crazy. Right now, let me tell you, older people definitely are outspoken. And this type of outspoken older person, I rock with. All right. Not crotchety Brown. He's senile. But take a look and a listen to Nancy Pelosi, what she had to say to this journalist. Like to hear it? Here you go.
You refuse the National Guard on January 6th.
Shut up. I did not refuse the National Guard. The president didn't send it. Why are you coming here with Republican talking points as if you're a serious journalist?
Why did you refuse the National Guard on January 6th?
Shut up. I did not refuse the National Guard. The president didn't send it. Why are you coming here with Republican talking points as if you're a serious journalist?
Tell her with your money green suit on, Nancy World. Somebody says she ate. Okay. Another person said, LOL. I love when older people tell people off. Lord, I hope I make it to this age because I too have some things to say. Okay. Same. I would have loved a little profanity sprinkled in for a little razzle dazzle. Now that's razzle dazzle is like my favorite phrase. Oh, she ate and left no crumbs. Yes, Auntie Nancy. Very much so. All right. She said, babe, you're a reporter, not a journalist. Don't ever play with me. That's right. Told her to shut up. She checks you. Y'all don't even know the half of what's going on. As if you're a serious journalist, got her right together. And y'all better not say anything because this how y'all president talks all the time. Okay. Another person wrote that security wanted to laugh so bad. I would have rolled my eyes if I was security at that makeshift journalist. She said, shut up, coming down here with those talking points as if you're some sort of journalist. She read you down. That's going to go on the list for the year 2025. I hope people repurpose this. I don't see anybody repurposing this. You know how they like to get on social media and repurpose things and make jokes? That's right, Nancy Pelosi. Tell her simple-minded behind to shut up. All right. Speaking of simple-minded behind, I'm going to tell you right now, okay? When it's time to do taxes, and the IRS start asking questions and want me to put in this in box 6B and 2A, I'm going to just send them a video of this, y'all. Take a look.
Excuse me, Senator. My name is Stella. I want to ask, do you support ICE taking working people off the streets and kidnapping them?
Right here. You can hear the person. You can hear the person who's holding the camera laughing. Somebody help him tie his stride right sneakers. First of all, this was such bull crap. Such bull crap. You could see that man holding on to that security guard's hand right before he went down because they asked him what they asked him. Child, let's get into these comments. He reminds me of my 92-year-old grandma. I wouldn't be okay with her being a senator. I'm going to start falling down when people ask me questions I want to avoid. The giggling mixed with the mumble is frying me. Yeah, whoever it is that is holding the phone or camera or whatever is giggling. I would have been giggling too. He just kept it moving. He don't need to be a senator. Please, please, please get these old people out of them positions. He looked like he need to be in someone's assisted living. Why hasn't he been forced into retirement? Smart man, LOL. That fall was fake to throw her off, and it worked. I'm doing that the next time they ask me to babysit. Oh, brought up ice, and things got instantly slippery. Now, what if he would have broke a bone? That would have been instant karma. If he would have fake fell and broke a hip or something. Look at his stupid, goofy self. Next time my kids ask me something I don't want to answer, I'm going to just fall over. Why he take people always doing some ish for sympathy. Now you getting to ask hard questions and falling over? Okay. He casket ready. He did that on purpose. Tumbling Mitch needs to retire. You just holding up a seat. He must have stepped on some ice. Not the giggles afterwards, though. Bruh, let me tell you something. I would not have been able to control myself in that moment. I would have been too through. Too damn old. We need age limits. Child, this country is so freaking unserious, y'all. Like, I guess this country is unfreaking serious. That's all I have to say. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, Patreon is live and active. Please sign up for Patreon. Go over there and check it on out. Also, memberships are active on the channel. So go ahead and click join. Select which tier. There's 2 tiers now. There was one before. I was trying to figure out how the heck it worked. I've been eligible for membership for years, but never looked into it. And then when I actually looked into it, I was like, oh, okay. You know, it's a little bit more work that I'd have to do for the private community, but it's worth it. It is what it is. So be sure to check out. You could either do the Patreon or you can do the second tier membership, whichever you choose. The choice is yours. But I do look forward to building our community and building with our supporters. I want to thank you for your support. Welcome to the new subscribers. Make sure you like the video. That's definitely a way of showing support. Drop down in the comments, share your thoughts, share the video. They have a new feature where you can hype the video. I think it's only for mobile devices. I don't know if it's for desktop or anything else, but I do see it on my phone, the hype feature. So that's another way to support as well, to hype the video. All right. So this concludes today's episode, or this week's episode of the WTF show. I hope you guys have a splendid rest of your Friday and an even greater and safe weekend. All right. Be sure to check back on the channel if you're having issues with your notifications. Make sure your notification bell is on and set to all so you don't miss out on any videos. But if you're not getting your notifications, just check back periodically, because I will be uploading throughout the day. I got reviews to upload. Got to watch the Braxtons. Have y'all been watching the Braxtons? This is episode 2, y'all, and I'm a little exhausted. I hope I can make it through the season. I have to look to see how many episodes are in the season, but it's just so much with them. It's so much. So that review will be up at some point today, if not earlier, early Saturday morning. All right. So that's it. That's all I got. I have no more announcements. Thanks for rocking out with me. Like I said, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday. I am signing off for now. I will be back, and hopefully you will too. I love you for watching, and I will talk to you later.